Hello, so this is part 7 of our how to make your paper on Transformers. So as you can see, I have pretty much completed the body of Onslaught, and I have put all the little slots and everything in there. Now I'm going to show you, I made the hands. Now you can make the hands. How did I make the hands? With rectangles, aligning them together, and the shape builder tool. Now this particular hand I did not, I'm going to need to group, object, group. Now why do you see I made this way and this that way. So that way when it goes on here, one can loop over and under and the other one can loop over and under, like weaving a basket. So that way you have more control over the hand. And then what I did is I copied it and I reflected it. So that's how I did that. So I grouped both of those together. Then I went back and I researched the head. So I made a little dome, cut shape tool, changed the opacities so that way it seems a little bit lighter. Then what I did is I added, and I'm going to add this element to it as well. Okay, object, group, there we go. Just for this little object ungroup. Let's see, object ungroup. Just for a little bit. Because I know that this needs to go in a little bit more. There we go. So we have that, and then we have object group. Okay, so that's the head, and this is where this head slips into here, and this is, I put it on the side just to hold onto the head, just to make it a little bit more secure. Now you're wondering to yourself, what is this? This are the guns that will go, this slot slips in here, these two slots slip in here. Once this is folded down, you can slip those in there. And then you wonder yourself, how did you make all these tiny little shapes? Well, what I did is I took a 6-pointed star and another 6-pointed star, and I put them on top of each other. I rotated them around a little bit so that way they can make 12 a 12-pointed star. Then I use the shape builder tool and I cut them individually. So these are all the points of that star. I did it again. What was remainder, once I pulled out all the dots, I put these two stars together, and I put this star up against another star, and then I cut it again, and I shortened one of them and cut it again, in order to create these tiny little shapes right here, just to give it a sense of shrapnel, and a sense of fire. That's what's going on in there, and this is where the cannon's going. This is where you can see, so you can slip that into here. So you've got that. Now, moving on, we've built the hands, we've built the head, and now what we have left is the other guys. So let's see. So this is the size that they are. Or are they? Now I'm a little confused as to whether I tweaked them or not. I want to say that they are, but let's see. Shift. Let's select everything together. And then shift. And then object, group, of course. So then we're going to pick, come on, buddy. And then what we're going to do is we selected this shape, object. Let's group it one more time, just to be on the safe side. Let's move him over here, and to find out, is it the same size? Has it been altered? Because it's been a while since we've been playing with these, so we want to make sure that it's the same size because we don't want any mistakes to happen. So let's see. I do believe it is the exact same size. So there we go with that. So we can delete this guy. That's just a shape that we built. And then so we've got that right there. Now we're going to look at, oh, those are my characters. We're going to look at Onslaught and the Combaticons, and we're going to see who we have left. So we have the tank, and we have Swindle, I believe that's his name. We're going to work with Swindle first, just because Swindle is going to be the most difficult one. So we're going to look him up. Let's see. Let's look up Swindle. Come on, computer. Computer's running a little slow because I'm trying to encode the other one. So Swindle, I believe that's his name. Yes, it is Swindle. Combatic. Oh, but it's not spelled correct. Combaticons are not spelled correct. Combaticons are not spelled correctly. So you can kind of tell a little bit about a face. Here's a better explanation of what he looks like. Maybe we can draw from this inspiration. Maybe it's a little bit better. There we go. We can draw from that inspiration. And so, but in this one, he's got purple eyes. He's got that little mouth. He's got this little thing going on right here. So, how do we build that? Kind of looks like that had already, but we're going to go ahead and build a brand new square. So we're going to start off with our brand new square. And they don't have to be exactly perfect, just because we have given ourselves enough room to be able to fidget with it. So, what do? Let's go back. Let's see. So he's got those two pretty obvious eyes. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the polygon, and then we're going to give it 10 shapes, just to show you what that looks like. So there we go. We've got almost like a circle that's going on right there. We're going to select the shape. We're going to shrink it. And we're going to fidget with it in order to make eyes. Yes. So what are we going to do? We're going to take this, the white arrow tool, and we're going to move it a little bit down, a little bit down, a little bit sideways. There we go. A little bit up, a little bit up, a little bit sideways. And we kind of have already the eye that we want. There we go. Maybe a little bit up, so they give them a little menacing look right there. And then we're going to shrink this to that size, and then we're going to build another one, and then, oh, come on. There we go. We're going to shrink this one, so that way this can fit right in there. And we're going to change the point stroke for the one on the inside, just to give it a little bit more definition. So there we have one eye for Swindle. So there we go. We got one eye for Swindle. And how do we do this? We want to have this kind of look. So on the outside, we're going to give them like a purplish. Come on. See, the computer should run it slow because of the computer. Computer, boy, love the computer. So we're going to do purple. And then we're going to do this, be like a lighter version. Once it comes up, a lighter version of purple, which does not show up in here. So it kind of limits us as to how many colors we can use. Maybe we can, there we go, we can play around with that. And let's see, we want to put like a light, almost like a lavender color. There we go, that looks pretty good actually. and we want to move this